open an exhibition to illustrate the aims and to disseminate the ideas of the United Europe movement. And we are very grateful indeed to the authorities of the Tea Centre for allowing us to have this exhibition on their premises in Churchill.
Mr. Dean, Your Excellencies, my lords, ladies, and gentlemen, there has recently been much public discussion about the constitutional form which a united Europe should take. There are those who advocate the immediate creation of a European customs union and a complete political federation. There are others who consider that close consultation between governments is the most that can be hoped for, and who regard any form of constitutional or organic union as impracticable. Each of these views is partly right and partly wrong. To imagine that Europe today is ripe for either a political federation or a customs union would, I feel, be unrealistic. But who can say what may not be possible in the future? Anyone who 2 years ago had the audacity to predict that by now Western Europe would have a joint economic planning organization and a combined military staff would have been taken seriously by no one. Under the mounting pressure of danger and necessity, conceptions which are impracticable today may quite possibly be thought obvious and inevitable in a few years' time, which has already been made in the field of intergovernmental cooperation during the last 12 months. Through the medium of the Marshall Plan and the Brussels Pact, changes amounting to nothing less than a revolution in our international relationships have been brought about. This machinery for joint consultation and planning must be maintained and strengthened, and its scope expanded. But what is good for governments is also good for peoples. They too, through their representatives, must meet together to consult one another upon these great issues which so intimately affect the lives of every European family. It is precisely for this purpose that the Hague Congress last May recommended the immediate creation of a consultative European Assembly. This proposal has been officially adopted by the French and Belgian governments, who have rightfully emphasized that the Assembly must be consultative in character and can have no legislative or constitution-making powers. A deliberative European Assembly without executive power, I make this clear because unhappily in the published correspondence there was a typographical error which said with executive power. I take full responsibility for the inadvertence, which I only just noticed. But we're not seeking to set up a machine with executive power. That is premature. It raises no constitutional problems whatever in the form we now propose. If the British government decides to give its support to this proposal, which has been put forward by the governments of France and Belgium, and which I may say is in broad harmony with the openly declared sentiment of the Labour Party, if they do, the European Assembly will assuredly become an accomplished reality. It is therefore to be hoped that our government will not hesitate to help in this matter and will not become obstructive, which would be indeed a great misfortune, but not one which will stop the onward movement of large events. Whatever Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, good. I wish to thank the Dean for what he has said, and also Mr. Victor Gollacz for his courageous and outspoken remarks. Our cause is a great one. It moves forward on a broad front. Many nations and many peoples and all classes, all parties, and all the religions of the world. And let us pledge ourselves to it. And let this exhibition be only one of the many methods by which we seek to propagate and make known our cause and objects, which appeal to every family in Europe which seeks to earn its livelihood by honest toil, free from the horrors of war, and to enjoy repose and happiness and peace.